Yeah, shawty in my drop top, yeah, we stay connected like a hot spot. That she really wanna ride away. Yeah, let's just move away. Yeah, shawty in my drop top, yeah, she stay connected like a hot spot. Said she wanna move out to LA. Yeah, good thing that I'm paid. Yeah. Say you don't believe in me, but you really wanna sleep with me. Well, it's good thing you ain't feeding me.
Today has been insane. I feel like I haven't even been that productive. I've been on calls, but I do not feel very productive. But it's 11:30, it's almost lunchtime. I've had way too much coffee. I need some food. All right, had lunch, got a lot of work done. We're gonna go out and go, I think, to the strip today. So I'm gonna try and make myself look somewhat presentable. Also, while I was on my trip, my scalp burnt really bad and now it's peeling and it's not the greatest. I'm not a fan. So I'm trying to find a good dry shampoo, and so far I've not found one that I completely like. I did get a sample of a travel size of I found it, Batiste, I think is what it's called. It's this guy right here. It smells really good. I don't know. I don't know that I'm a fan. I think I want to find a better one. I really like the Dry Bar. The Dry Bar Tropical, so good. So I might have to just go back to that, but I was trying to just find something quickly while I was out and traveling for work. But this one is Tropical Exotic Coconut. It smells good. So I guess we'll just use that. Also, now that I'm done working for the day, it's pumpkin ale time. And it's my favorite time of year. I love all of the Elysian pumpkin beers. I try to stay away from beer just because of all the calories and everything, but this is the exception. It is so good. Okay, I'm gonna try and dry shampoo these layers. I also have 0 volume right now because it's on day 2. So we'll see what we can make happen.
But you really wanna sleep with me. Well, it's good thing you ain't feeding me. Cause I can see you leaving me. Living in the sky. Yeah, rolling too much cause I'm too high. Look up in my eyes and see no lies. Yeah, I'm too real, I can't let us run away now. I just hope you're never on the way out. Let her hold my money, she
That's good. We're going with it. I don't know if I should just straighten it. I feel like I should. I think I'm just gonna do a wave sort of thing. I don't even know. Maybe I should just go like that. That's good, right? I need to figure out what to wear. I don't know that I want to go full Taco Bell merch today. And it's 93 degrees outside, so missed opportunity for a 98 degrees joke. Okay, final answer. We're going with the Skims bodysuit because it'll make my tan look really good. Okay. I think this is it. We're just gonna have a nice little chat while I'm doing my hair. And trying to figure out how to do this the way my hairdresser did it. The best part so far of living in Vegas is that it's almost October and it's the high today was 95. It's still technically pool season here, which is fantastic. It's like a little too chilly at night, but like if I was to go during the day to one of the hotels, which actually next weekend I'll probably do because I've got my work thing. And it's at my favorite hotel, so I could do the lazy river, which is very nice. So what I'm gonna do is like go early and like do my shipping stuff and then just go spend the day at the pool, because why not? Ooh, I think this was too big of a chunk. I don't think my hairdresser does the twist at the end, but I feel like doing it makes my hair hold better. She also doesn't divide it into sections like I do. She just kind of grabs from wherever, and I just cannot figure out how to do that. I think this is what I'm gonna split in two, because my hair, like towards the bottom, I just have a lot. It's like very fine, but it's also very thick. I'm gonna have to do this one again. That one's a mess. But it's also underneath, so maybe it's okay. But yeah, let's chat about the move. So, if you know me in real life, or you've been following the channel for a while, you know how much I loved visiting. And I would come 6 or 7 times a year between personal trips and work trips. So work, I was here, you know, client conventions, and then our own industry convention every year. And then it was such a short drive from California that it was just easy for us to do a weekend trip. And because I've got some status at the hotels before they changed their rewards points, I was getting really good deals on rooms. So it made sense for us to go there because it was so cheap for us to come. Anyways, so we'd be here 6 or 7 times a year, and one night we were talking about how I was like looking at houses. I was like, you know, these houses in all these other places other than California are so cheap. And I started looking at apartments and was like, gosh, rent, I don't remember the last time we paid that much in rent. Like, probably in Portland, and even Portland is very close to California prices right now. Not close as in like you get the same exact thing, because what I would spend in Portland, or like what I would get in Portland with the same amount of money I was paying in California, is like 10 times nicer, and it's bigger. You could rent a whole house in Portland for what I was spending in California. But it got me thinking, like, I work from home. I don't have to like work anywhere in particular. Randy was miserable at his job at the same time and was just looking for a way to get out of it. And so I started doing the budget because like I felt bad that he was working in a miserable job to fund my spending habits. And we realized that most of these places we could move and not have to worry about him working right away. Like we could go, he could try and find whatever job he wanted, and it'd be totally fine. So we decided to look into how much it would cost to actually do that. And we considered like North Carolina, South Carolina, Texas. Like we were trying to think of places that were warmer, because neither one of us can handle the cold anymore after being in Southern California. So after talking about it, I knew politically I would not do well in the South. So like all of the southern states were out. Midwest I would be okay probably, but that did not sound fun for me. And a lot of my clients are in California, so I wanted to stay close. All of my family and friends are here. So on the West Coast. So I just wanted to stay reasonably close to all of that. And I was like, you know, Nevada is pretty cheap. It's definitely better than California. And we would be able to buy a house eventually, which was the main thing. Is like I've always wanted to buy a house and just be done moving because we move every year. So we looked into it. It actually wasn't that bad. It was driving distance. We just hired movers at either end. I think the movers total, because we drove the U-Haul and we just hired movers in LA to load, and then we hired movers in Vegas to unload. It was like $400. Paid them for 2 hours on each side, and it was so seamless. The only thing was they did something to my Peloton. They I don't know that it was them. It could have been just a dead screen, and if that's the case, then it wasn't their fault. But we don't know what happened. I just know it was working beforehand. We got here, they brought the screen in separately, and it was no longer working. So luckily Peloton sent me a new screen because it was still under warranty, and we thought it was a dead screen. But yeah, so we got here Memorial Day weekend actually, and we go into the Strip every other weekend, I feel like. But we've done a lot of camping. There's a lot of great places to go camping here. We learned the hard way not to go camping in the summer because like I said in my last video, we had a 116-degree weekend, and there's just no shade anywhere. It's just not possible. So we ended up buying extra jugs of water to dump on ourselves because it was just so much. But it was good, and now we have all the camping stuff, and we'll be able to go in the fall while it's still tolerable, which is great. It'll give us something to do when we have long weekends and things like that. So yeah, we're here. We actually moved into our apartment sight unseen, which if you know me, you know I've done that several times. Usually it works out because I do way too much research beforehand on everything. So I knew, we had a strict budget we had to be in, and I wanted to get the most I could for what we were gonna be paying. And so I found the place that we ended up going with. I had a list of like 15 places, I think, 15 or 16 different places. It was a lot, but this one had the best, like as far as new construction and all that went. So it ended up working out the best for us. So yeah, I came the week before to get the keys and look at everything, and that went really well. I flew in that morning and flew back that night. And then we moved the following weekend, and I've had some friends come out and visit since then, which has been fun. We actually had a girls trip planned with my friends, and so I ended up just staying in the hotel with them, but they got to come by and see the house. And Randy got a little vacation of his own away from me at home, so it worked out really well. But if anyone has any questions about Vegas or living in Vegas and what that's like, we live like 20 minutes from the Strip. So like most people don't live in that area unless they work close by. But leave your questions down below and I'll be happy to answer them in the next video. I thought about doing a Vegas FAQ video because I know way more than I would care to admit about being here. And I'm always the go-to whenever people have questions about being here. So I thought that would be fun to put on the channel. All right, I'm gonna go try and finish this quickly, and then I've got some other things to finish up before we go. Okay, I'm gonna have to redo some of these ends because I don't know what was going on. Fingers crossed this works. No? This thing cools down fast. I guess we're just gonna wait and see. So I got new hairspray. I'm trying the Color Wow cult favorite now. I've been wanting to try Chris Appleton stuff for a while. I also got his volume spray. Didn't mean to do that. I do like how fine this is though. And it smells really good. So I don't have like the actual thing you're supposed to use to curl out or brush out curls. So I just kind of go through with a regular brush. I know that is not the correct way to do it. It'll definitely look better once my hair is washed, I think. But it works for now. I think I'm gonna try to clip it back a little bit. This is as good as it's gonna get. I'm gonna try and spray it a little bit more. Like, did I just miss a whole section? I don't understand. My hair normally cooperates a little bit better than this. The only thing, okay, let's do the fit check I was gonna do. Okay, I was gonna do this, right? Cute. And then I've got like my knockoff Tory Burch. But because you don't wear a bra with this, it's just like, it shows every little bit of sweat possible, which is very annoying. Especially when it's 95 degrees outside. So I'm gonna have to find a different shirt, I guess. Okay, after all that, it's too hot to walk around with my hair down. So I'm gonna, and it's gone flat. So we're gonna do this, whatever this is gonna be. Hopefully it stays up longer this time because the ponytail I had earlier just did not last. So this is what we're going with now for the outfit because I was sweating through that other one. And clearly my makeup's all messed up, so I gotta redo that now. I'm just a mess today. I'm not gonna do anything crazy with my makeup because it's just gonna get sweaty. I don't think I want to do eyeshadow or anything because I'm literally a mess. We'll see what I can come up with. Tomorrow we have to go to DMV for our Nevada licenses. And for that, I'm gonna do a full face. But I'm not feeling it today. This would look a lot better if I put concealer on, but with how tan I am right now, like all of my makeup is just way too light. I'm gonna have to go to Sephora tomorrow and get darker makeup, I think. And maybe it's just the lighting. Maybe outside it's not as bad. We'll have to see. I think I'm just gonna leave it. I'm gonna put some mascara on and call it good. So I've been trying to figure out ways to get my powder to stay because after several hours it just like melts on my face because it gets so oily. So I've been trying the Urban Decay all-nighter, and I also got a sampler of the Fix Plus Stay Over, which is supposed to be alcohol free. I'm not sure that this does anything. This definitely makes it stay, but it makes me glowy. And I don't necessarily need to be glowy. I like being more matte because I get enough glow from oily skin. And maybe part of the problem is I'm spraying it too close to my face. Who knows? I am not a makeup guru. Okay, this ponytail is not working for me. because I don't go out very often, when I do, I'm like always trying to look somewhat presentable. There we go. Somewhat better. So I've never been one to do eyelash curling when I do mascara, but I just got one and I've been trying to do it more. Trying to like make myself more girly. I'm not sure I like this one. This one's from e.l.f. There's just hair everywhere. So I don't know that I'm even doing it right. So you guys tell me. Well, you're not gonna be able to see it, I guess. It's very uncomfortable. And I have so many eyelashes that like I feel like I can't get them all. Like you can see a difference when I do it, right? Like I know there's a difference, so I do it. Ow. Oh. That one was not a good one. Okay, good enough. And I know my aunt's gonna be watching this. She's gonna be like, you need to put blush on. No. We don't do blush in this house. I also just haven't found one that I like. I'd rather have bronzer. But I also just don't wear makeup anymore unless we're going somewhere. Or I have like a whole work thing I have to go to, so. If you're as old as me, you'll remember the MAC mascara. I think it was called Fiber Lash or something like that. And it came in a black matte, like soft touch bottle. And it was squeezable, so you could like get all the product on your brush. I've been trying to find something similar to that for years. Can't find anything. I think this is the closest I'm gonna be able to get. This is the MAC Black Stack micro brush. I don't know. It's okay. After a while, because of how my skin is, it smears, even though it's supposed to be waterproof, which I'm not a huge fan of, but it doesn't, what's the word? It's not clumpy. Unless I'm just not paying attention to what I'm doing. Then it's clumpy. But if I like am actually taking my time with it and brushing my lashes out, then it's great. And I don't think it's waterproof. I think I asked them for waterproof and they were like, oh, it's gonna be fine. No, it comes right off. So if I'm crying or in the water, it's even worse. Okay, it's as good as it's getting today.
사랑한다고 말해줬다면 믿어줄 수 있겠니? 넌 오직 상처만 받고 있었다.